I'm here today because when my one-year-old son reaches my age, I, like all parents, want for him and all the children of Newcastle to be able to breathe air that's cleaner than it is today. And I don't think that's too much to ask. You? More coal trains, more coal stockpiles and more coal loading infrastructure do threaten this future for my son and for all the kids of Newcastle and the Hunter. It's a reality that we need to start understanding. It's difficult, we don't want to understand it, we don't want to believe it, because then we're forced to do something about it. But it's about time we all did, and we all convinced everyone that they did. I also want my son and every child in the world to be afforded the best chance possible of avoiding the worst impacts of climate change, in all of their terrifying forms. More coal exports will mean more frequent intense bushfires, more floods, more droughts and more storms, as the climate's driven beyond its recent norms. My son's 1 year old, and I worry for his future and the future of every child in a world with climate change. More coal exports directly threaten the future of his generation and those yet to come. It's a tragedy beyond imagining when species are lost to this earth forever. And to be driving towards one of the greatest extinction events in the Earth's history is no small nor proud achievement for humankind. Yet that's exactly what we're doing. Those promoting the fourth coal loader, the coal industry and their friends in government just don't seem to give a shit. That's why I'm here today. So we've heard from many wonderful community representatives from here in Newcastle, from Sydney and from up in the Hunter Valley. We've heard that dust pollution in Newcastle is already above national health standards and is already costing the community in terms of poor health outcomes. And the T4 will add to this dust pollution with 100 more coal trains every day. The New South Wales Health Department even opposed T4 in their submission to the Planning Department. And I don't think the New South Wales Health Department is a radical mob. At least 15 more open-cut coal mines will have to be built to service T4. These mines are nothing less than crimes against the fertile country and bushland of the Upper Hunter and the Liverpool Plains and beyond. Most of us have seen firsthand the devastating and permanent impacts these mines have on the landscape, on people, on aquifers, on people's property values, and on the wildlife they call the valley home. We've heard that building this coal terminal would decimate unique Ramsar-listed wetlands in the lower Hunter estuary and the threatened species that inhabit them. Burning the extra coal from T4 would lead to more than 300 million tonnes of greenhouse pollution per year. But how much is that? 300 million tonnes. It's more than every power station and every vehicle in this country. This is not small bickies. We've heard that the people of Newcastle don't want another coal loader. Our community survey of almost 500 households in portside suburbs told us that at least 77% of people don't want another coal terminal. I reckon that's a pretty clear majority. And that most people are concerned about the existing 3 coal terminals. Of the 500 submissions received on T4 to the Planning Department, well over 90% were resolutely opposed to T4. We've heard more reasons why the 4th coal terminal shouldn't proceed than any politician should need in order to take a stand. Enough is enough. We're here because we know that stopping T4 is the only responsible course of action to take.
We are the majority.
Now, a lot's happened already in the community effort to stop T4. We've written to and met with numerous politicians. We've written letters and opinion pieces for various news outlets. We've written submission after submission. We've door knocked, we've letterboxed more than 15,000 residents in affected suburbs. We've fundraised for and undertook a community-led dust and health study here in Newcastle with alarming results. We've fundraised for billboards and newspaper advertising. We've conducted numerous media interviews, including today, and sought the input of and support of a wide range of groups, including those represented here today. We've put on this rally for the people of Newcastle. And on behalf of everyone here and member groups of the Coal Terminal Action Group, I sincerely want to thank, and they know who they are, I'm not going to name them all, because there's too many of them, who put hard yards into making today happen. So well done, guys. Despite all of this effort from the community, what genuine responses have we had to date from our elected representatives? Our local state Liberal MP Tim Owen has said publicly that T4 will be built. Yet, At the same time, he says that the process is entirely independent. Can you have it both ways? I don't think you can. The Liberal National Government here in New South Wales has given every indication that T4 is a done deal, and we have no doubt that's their intention. On the other side of the ledger, the ALP has to date refused to take a position on T4, despite numerous opportunities provided by many community groups, including those represented here today. Now, in terms of what we can do, to make things easier for you, because we're always here to help, we have 5 suggestions of things each and every one of you and your friends and family can do without even breaking a sweat. See, everyone got a little flyer that looks like this? Hold it up. Has everyone thrown it in the recycling bin already? Where do we get them? Can someone, who's got them? Right in the centre here, Steve Denshire with a hat jumping up and down looking fantastic. You can get a flyer here which outlines the 5 things that you can and must do. They are to sign on for the online action at stopt4.org.au, which sends a direct message to Barry O'Farrell and Tim Owen to let them know in no uncertain terms that you oppose T4. Definitely like the Coal Terminal Action Group's Facebook page. This spreads the message very, very quickly. You can make a donation directly to help stop T4, and you see the same man, Steve Denshire, right in the centre. To please take home a placard, one of the many hundreds we've got here today, and put it up somewhere visible so as many people in Newcastle see it. You can invite a member of the Coal Terminal Action Group, many people here today, to come and talk with any group that you're involved with, whether it be your workplace, your union, your community group, your school, so we can bring more people along. Now, it should go without saying, but I wouldn't want to leave things to chance. Please don't feel limited by these simple actions. If we're to stop T4, it will mean that we all have to stand up and be counted. And then we have to stand up and be counted again. Whilst it's true that decisions are made by those who show up, often good decisions are made when the community also shows up and demands that good decision be made. We must continue to work together to ensure that the New South Wales Government rejects the T4 proposal outright, and we must sustain our energy over the coming months until we win. Thank you, everyone.